On this training video, you will learn how to send an actual message. In order to send a message, you'll have to make sure that you have your contacts imported, you have your list set up, and your channel set up. So if you haven't done those things yet, definitely take a look at those training videos. If you click on any of those options, you'll see that there is training information up there. So definitely take a look at that stuff. Once you have all that information set up, you can actually go out and send your message. There are a couple of ways that you can send messages. There is a quick create option over here on the right. There is a create message option here on the left, and there is a view message templates option here. We're not going to go into this on this training video today. We're just going to stick with the create message and the quick create option. You'll also notice these buttons here in the middle. As I click these, they're going to show my messages that are under that status. So if I don't click anything, all my messages are going to show. If I want to filter this to my sent messages, I can go ahead and click that button, and you'll see all my sent messages show here. Any of my draft and sent, you'll see I'll just click those buttons, but whatever I want to filter down to, I can go ahead and do that just by clicking on these options here. All of your message also comes with options over here on the right. So once you've actually sent your message, you can view some of the information on that. Any of your messages that are in draft status, you can send messages from here. So you can go ahead and click on the options to get additional information there. To actually send a message, so again, like I mentioned, there are two options. The quick create, this is meant to already be set up. The same message is sent to everybody. You can filter down, so you don't have to necessarily send to everybody, but it's meant to be fast and efficient. You don't set up everything individually like you would on the create message. So if I go ahead and click on the quick create, it's going to ask for the subject, and then it's going to ask for the message. And then you'll see all of my channels, they're automatically already checked. So if I click save, my message would be ready to go out to all of these channels. Now I can uncheck some of these boxes. So maybe I don't want to send this out to all my channels. I can uncheck that. Again, it's meant to be fast and efficient, so everything's checked and ready to go. Now when I click save, it's going to take me to my message settings area where you'll see my send to. All of my contacts are checked here. I can uncheck that box and filter down to specific lists that I want to. But again, this is meant to be fast and efficient and ready to go. So everything's already checked and ready. And all of the channels that I told to get set up are already here, set up and ready to go as well. Now the same message and the same title are showing for all of these individual channels. I can click into a specific channel and edit that information. So maybe I want my voice option to be set up differently. I can adjust that information if I want to, and then my voice will be different. But again, the quick create is just meant to set it up and send it. Once you have everything updated or changed as you wish, you can go ahead and send. And when you do that, it's going to ask you, or it's going to tell you all the information about who this is going out to, how many people. You can choose a send on date. So if you want to send this sometime in the future, you can always select a date and a time for that if you wish. If you don't do anything specific here, when you send it, will send out it'll go out right away. It expires after. This is more geared towards the site widget and the app users. So if you selected the push notification as a channel option, it does go out to everybody automatically anyway. It does not filter down to specific lists. So if you have a specific list checked and the push notification as a channel, it does go out to all your app users. But that expires after is geared towards how long that message is going to sit in the notification box for your app and how long that message is going to pop up if you chose the site widget. Now, if I were to click send, it would go out to all of these people. I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and cancel and then go back to my messages to show you the create message option. So if you want to set up individual channels, you can go ahead and use the create message option. The date is going to just automatically fill in for the title. I can change this. To say whatever I want. And when I go ahead and click save, you'll see I'm on that same message settings page. The difference here is that my send to, none of my contacts or on my list have been checked, and none of my channels have been set up. So this gives me the ability to go through and check what lists I want to send this to. Go ahead and click save once you decide your list, and then it's going to give me the ability to set up all my channels. So if I come over here to the right, you'll see the blue little plus sign. If I click on that, it's going to ask what channel I want to set up. Now I'm going to go through each of these so that you guys can see how to set up each channel, specific things about each channel. I'm going to start with the email. So if I select email and go ahead and click save, there are a couple things on this page I want to point out. The contact field, so these are the fields that this message is going to send to. Right now the default is email and feature one. I can come here and check different boxes if I want to, or uncheck specific boxes if I want to, but just something to maybe take a look at, make sure everything's going to go out to the right email address. The reply to email, so this automatically fills in for me, and this is either coming down from the district. So if you watched my other training on the channels, when you are setting up your email channel, it asks for a default email, so this is where that pulls into, and then it's going to ask for the subject, and it's going to ask for the email. Now at any time you can send a test email, you do have to click save first. So if I click save, I can come up here and send my test email. If I send a test email without saving, nothing's going to happen because you haven't saved anything yet. Make sure you click save first. You can go ahead and send that test email if you want. You'll see what it looks like. And then once you're done there, you can go ahead and save and close. Now, one thing I do want to point out that I want you guys just to make sure your attention's drawn to, at any time when you are setting up your channels and you see this exclamation point, it means something was set up incorrectly. So click on that, it's going to tell you what's wrong, and then you can always edit and adjust the information. And then save and close, or you can always delete any of these. So if you have one or two emails set up, one has a green check mark, which means everything's good to go. You have a couple that have the red exclamation point, get rid of those. That way you don't cause any issues with any of the reporting. Make sure everything's green, looks good, and everything's set up properly. So that is essentially how you set up your email. If I jump back in here real quick, you'll notice that you do have the editor. So you can add hyperlinks, you can add PDFs through a hyperlink, you can source, you can add photos, things like that. You have a little bit more freedom with setting up your email with these options than you do some of the other channels. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. All right, so now my email's set up. If you want to go in and set up another channel, you can do so. Facebook and Twitter function the same. You'll see if I just click on Facebook and save, it's just going to ask for that Facebook post. And you'll notice not everything's already filled in for me. So each channel can say something different if you want it to. But you'll notice there's no editor here. Facebook does not play well with pictures and PDFs and links and stuff like that. You can put in a full link. So if you have an actual HTTPS, www. whatever link, you can add that to Facebook and they do a pretty good job. But that's why you don't see that editor there. Same with the Twitter. So if I go ahead and add another channel, take a look at my Twitter, you're just going to see a message box. Add your tweet. Go ahead and save and close, and you'll see that these all have green check marks. So far, so good. At any time, you guys, you don't have to set up all your channels if you don't want to. You can only set up one or two or multiple or all. There's really not kind of like a restriction there. For those of you that have the app, there is a push notification. Again, if you are sending out a push notification, it goes out to all of your app users. It doesn't matter what list you click on for the app. But here it asks for the title and the message body. So go ahead and set that up. You'll notice the app does have that editor, so you can send some additional information like hyperlinking and pictures and stuff through the app, which is nice. Now your text messages. So when you are sending out text messages, there are a few things here. There is the content area. And then you'll see over there on the right as I'm typing, it's counting your characters. Once your message gets long enough that it will send in two parts. Instead of our system actually sending two messages, if you look here in the preview pane, it's going to show you what that actual text message is going to look like. It's going to only send one text message and a link to view all of that information. It's not going to send two or three parts. Whenever you send more than one, they never send an order and it causes just a lot of more issues. So instead, we just send one message with a link. Now you can preview this. So again, you have to save just like the email. If you save that, you can send yourself a test text message to see what that looks like. Just go ahead and throw your phone number in there. Or you'll see that it does, again, provide you a link. So you can actually just copy that link and paste that in a new window, and you'll be able to see what that actual message looks like. Text messages do support links. Again, they have to be like an HTTPS link. So if I were to actually throw this link in my message body, we'll put it here in the middle so you can see. You'll see when I view it that it actually looks like a link, and you can click on it and view the message. Once you have that set up, go ahead, save and close. The site widget, so if you can choose whichever site widget you want that's set up. If I click on one of the site widgets, you'll notice that you do have that editor, so you can put some additional information in your site widgets if you want to. And then however many site widgets you set up within your channels, those will all show as options here when you're sending out that message. The voice call, so if I click on the voice call, you'll see a couple things here with the voice call. You've got the default phone number that fills in when you were setting up either your channel. And then you've got a method option. So you've got audio and you've got text. If you have audio selected, it gives you the option to select from a pre-recorded message. All of these pre-recorded messages are pulling from the files. So if you come up here on the files, you'll see that you can upload a file or you can actually record a message. If I click record a message, the system is going to call the phone number that you add in here. It allows you to record that message and then click save. This is good for anybody that doesn't have audio on their computer. They can upload files this way. Go ahead and edit this. So that's the pre-recorded option. Or you can record a message directly from your computer. So if your computer does have audio, you can go ahead and record it from here, whatever your message, and then go ahead and stop. You can check it if you want to by just playing it here so you can listen to what that sounds like. And then that's the message that you have set up ready to go. Again, you can send yourself a test voice. So if you want to send yourself a message, click save first. Go ahead and send test message, throw in your phone number, and the system will call you. You can hear what it sounds like. You also can do a text to voice option. So I can come in here and type in my message, and then the automated caller will go ahead and say that message when that phone picks up. So once you've set up your channels, you have the list that you want this to go to. You might have to click save again here. So if the save button's highlighted, go ahead and save. And then when your message is ready to send, go ahead and click send. It's going to tell you the contacts, however many of each contact, and then the total messages. You can date this, so if you want to send this out on Saturday or Sunday or something like that, you can pick a date in the future, and then again, that expires after, will automatically adjust for you, but you can adjust this. So if you want this to expire longer or have a longer date, you can go ahead and choose that. So go ahead and click send, and your message will go out. If you guys have any questions, please give us a call. At the top of a lot of these pages, you'll see that we do give you our contact information. So don't ever hesitate to give us a call if you have any questions. You can also look at the manual or the knowledge base or any of these training videos as well. All right, thank you guys so much for your time.